What's up, it's Justin here, and I'm at Limassol Marina today. There's the annual sports car show going on, and it's just a really busy day here at the harbour. I'm at the Pier 1 restaurant, and what I want to talk to you today about is retention strategies in your fitness business. When I ask trainers, one of the biggest concerns they have, it's always retention, and retaining your customers is probably even more important than you might think. So a lot of trainers are struggling to get the revenue they want. They have inconsistent months, and that's because they're mostly focused on the front end of the business. They're focused on how many leads can I get, how many sales can I make, and often when we're not making the revenue we want to make, or it's not consistent enough, we immediately tend to think it's because we're not getting enough leads, when actually in most of the fitness businesses I've worked with, sure, the front end of the business could do better, they could get more leads coming in, but most of the time, for the fastest results, you want to fix the back end of the business, okay? You want to fix the retention problem, because the chances are, if you're scrambling around, hustling all day to get the new leads coming in, you're probably neglecting your clients, or at least not working with them as much as you could, and that's affecting your retention. So you're getting leads in the door, but your customers are dropping off the back end as well, and that's what you've got to fix first of all. How do you go about fixing that? Well, I always say there's really two things you can do to increase retention. And when you do increase retention, you're going to make a lot more money, a lot more consistent revenue every month for the clients you've already worked hard to gain. And the two ways you do this is through, number one is results, and number two is giving them an experience. Or as I always say, retention comes when you give clients the results they expected with an experience that they didn't. And that's what you've got to keep in mind. They come to you, they always come for the result, but they'll stay for the experience. And that means people are going to come through the door, you're going to help them with a front end offer, you're going to help them lose some weight, drop the pounds, and they'll start to see that you're legit and you can help them do what they want to do. But what makes them stay long term? Trainers make a lot of mistakes on this. And a big one is actually making their front end offers too long. So I see a lot of trainers who offer like 8-week programs, 12-week programs, and that's too long. And the problem is a lot of your clients won't stay on after that point. And you might be wondering why that is. I mean, after all, if you help them so much and they get great results in that 12 weeks, why wouldn't they carry on? And the reason, a lot of it is because you have positioned it as saying that's all they need. You've positioned it by saying that this 12-week thing is an all-encapsulating program, and so they do it, and then they don't feel they need another transformation. So what I would advise is do the opposite. Make your front-end program no longer than 4 to 6 weeks. At the maximum, 21 days is enough for most of you. Give them some sense of some results in the first 21 days, show them some quick results, but you also position it as just an intro program, and you say, look, this 21 days is not going to transform your life completely. It's going to show you some better habits, it's going to help get your mindset right, it's going to give you some momentum. You'll get some quick physical results, sure, but what we really want for you is to stay with us for the long term, so we can really help you make a healthy, habitual, sustainable lifestyle change. And so we have the front end program, which is no longer than 21 days to 6 weeks maximum, and then from there we enroll people onto our 6 or 12 month packages. So first thing that you need to do is the positioning. When you position your program like that, when you position the results they can expect now and in the future, that's what's going to help them see the long term and think long term about staying with your company. Now, the next thing you want to think about is the experience you're giving those customers. You've positioned the results, front end and long term. Now you want to think about experience. And I always like to think of the 6 human needs like Tony Robbins talks about. Your clients want to experience a dose of different things every day that they're not getting elsewhere in life. So they want some kind of significance. They want appreciation. Think of the average customer you work with. If it's like a busy female or a busy mum like we tend to work with a lot, you'll find that they don't get appreciation from their partners most of the time. They don't get appreciation from their kids after making them breakfast. They don't get appreciation from their boss at work. So I always said, when that woman comes into my facility, we're going to appreciate her, worship her as a goddess. give her the significance, the acknowledgement, and that connection that she might not be getting in other areas of life. And when you start really thinking about the emotions and feelings here, that's what's going to help clients stay with you a long, long time, because they won't want to give up those feelings. So the mistake a lot of trainers make is thinking that retention comes when you add more stuff, right? Oh, I'm going to give them extra workouts, unlimited access, 15 meal plans, and that's just stuff nobody cares about. In fact, that's probably pushing them away because you're making things sound really complicated. If you want to improve the experience, it's about the emotional experience. Results should come in your basic workout program. So you want to start thinking about, are we giving an emotional experience? Are we meeting basic human needs? Are we helping our clients feel loved, connected with, appreciated, part of a community? Are we helping them have variety and different, surprises and different things they can't expect? Are we giving them, growth and a sense of contribution about, from being with our team, our facility? Start thinking about those things and systematically build those things in. Tell your team that you're going to be doing certain things to make your clients feel a certain way, and that's all in the name of retention. And when you do these strategies, you combine all these things. I could go way deeper into all of these, but if you remember those main principles, you can easily double or triple the average retention of your client. And that's massive, because if right now, let's say you're charging £100 a month for a bootcamp, and your average client stays with you for 3 months, you're getting £300 in the lifetime value of that customer. But if you could just do some of the strategies and principles I just talked about, and you could increase that from 3 months to 6 months, which is easily doable, you've essentially just doubled your revenue with no new clients. And that's what makes retention so powerful. You're going to be making more and more money from the clients you already have for a lot less work and a lot less cost. So think about those two strategies, apply them, and let me know what you think of this video and what other questions you have that I can help you with. All right, this is Justin from Fitness Business Blueprint here in Limassol, Cyprus, and I'll catch up with you soon.